Hi, this is Tony Nasco with DevNet Technologies. I'm going to be demonstrating the Advanced Auto Estimating System, and this is the ability to tie time to a device and have it calculate that time as far as the installation. First, what we're going to do is go to Files and Systems, where we actually set up some defaults about this capability. So we go to Files and Systems, System Setup, and we have here, number one, on the Product Code tab, we have the ability to store multiple labor rates by product code now, and that way you'll know which rate to charge the job based on the different technicians doing the work. Over here on the Editor 2 tab, we have the ability to set up a default drive time breakpoint, which means if the job is over 60 miles, it's going to stay over in a hotel, versus if it's under 60 miles, it's going to drive. We also have the mileage rate, and then we have the per diem rate. That's based on the hotels and food and all that. Down here, it's actually looking at, on the travel time, what percentage do we actually charge the job. So in the case of the first technician, we're going to charge the technician full rate. He gets paid full rate, but the other technicians get paid at 70% or whatever you set these to be. Also, you see here that we can charge the project management time based on a percentage of type labor 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With this being said, now let's go ahead. And these other features here on this right side is for a new feature we've added to touch the Great Plains accounting, project management tools, so you can send data from project to the project administration of Great Plains. Continuing, we're going to go ahead and create an estimate. So we're going to go to New Project, and we click over here on New Project, choose our customer, go ahead and make this proposals to do. We're going to choose Fire System in this case, and then we're going to say Fire Safety System and make our project. So let's go ahead and make our project. And now we're seeing it in the Project Editor. And in the Project Editor, we can go ahead and set the specifics for this job, and we see our one-way distance to our job is going to be 75 miles, and we can choose one technician if we only have one technician on site. And you see here we've got our different labor rates based on this job. And we can go ahead, if there's an offset, there's a difficulty with this job, we can add like 50% more time to labor type 1. And you see here our project management time has been set. With this being said, I turn the automatic estimating system on, so we just turn that feature on now. And now let's go ahead and start estimating our time based on parts. So if I hit here or do a part, and I say EDW, and I go ahead and shop the Edwards parts list, choose this device, whatever this is, then the system brings up the device, and it asks us the installation time. And let's say it takes 1 hour for this, and say maybe 1 hour shop time. And if I don't want to be prompted, I can go ahead and put yeses over here, and the system's going to record this, so the next time I bring this part up, it will not ask me for the time associated with the installation. So that goes ahead and brings this time into our project, and you see here we've got 2.5 hours. And notice that's up by 50% because of the additional time we said for type 1 labor. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is bring in an assembly that brings all the rest of the components in for this fire system. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a part and do a CM1 from Edwards. This brings up an assembly that I previously made, and I go ahead and make my specific changes based on quantities for these devices and so forth. So when I'm finished with making this adjustment to the assembly, go ahead and load the assembly in, and the system goes ahead and finds a part, finds a description, the cost, marks it up 40%, and so forth, and then it puts our estimated installation time out here for us. Now, as I said, you also have the ability to adjust the time per device based on circumstances of the job. And when you do that, if you come over here and we turn on this Edit Auto Hours, and then we hit our Retotal button down here, and now you see the ability where we have the ability to edit the hours based on the different labor types. And let's say we put an additional hour here. The system went ahead and calculated as 3.5. Remember, that extra 0.5 that you're feeding here is because we've said that all type 1 labor is 50% up on labor is 50% up. Notice your little M there indicating that it's been adjusted. Now you notice down here in our assembly we've got our different labor types. Then we've got project management, travel, mileage, and days. And so what we do is all we have to do is just go ahead and press this Auto S button. But I'm going to add some additional time to this project based on something on site that I need to add more time, like maybe we have to do some special meetings or something. So I'm going to go ahead and do another labor line here, and I'm going to say 50 hours, okay, and meeting, PM meetings, and we're going to go ahead and this is project management, so that's going to cost us $40 an hour, and our labor rate's going to be at $85 an hour, and there we go. So that just added that additional hours to this project, and there we go. Now what we're going to next do is push our Auto S button, and what this is going to do is it's going to calculate all the rest of the factors of this project. Notice the system has calculated our installation for all our individual devices by labor type. Then it calculated project management. It calculated the travels, 6 hours additional travel, and the mileage is going to calculate at 600 miles, and the number of days over is 84 days based on the number of hours we've got set up. And notice down the bottom right corner here, we have here our mileage cost, our per diem cost, our number of non-Auto S hours, the individual hours that have been broken down, total hours on the project. We see here our parts retail, parts cost, labor retail, labor cost, margin on a part, and this is a special field we did for one particular customer called sales margin, and right now this project has 95% sales margin. Now, as far as the gross profit of this project, it's set to be 28%. So that's the Advanced Auto Estimating System, and we think it's going to be a great addition to companies that are taking advantage of the original estimating system. And so this is a new feature that you can now have called Advanced Auto Estimating. Feel free to call DevTechnologies with any questions on how this functions, and have a great day.